Yo, what is going on guys, DJ Crime here and I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to be doing a walkthrough of Strike that just got released on HDR, House District Records. I just want to say before I start this video, thank you for the support on the track. It's been a long time coming for the track. I went through the first version, we had to go back and do a lot of changes, but it's finally out and I'm happy you guys are enjoying it. So this is the walkthrough of the version 2 of this track. Which is a lot different than the newer one. So yeah, if you do go ahead and enjoy today's video, then be sure to go ahead and drop a like and subscribe if you are new, and like and everything like that. You can go ahead and stream the track in the bio in my Instagram, or you can go ahead and stream it down below in the description. But without further ado, let's get straight into it. So I'm going to cover the drop in today's episode, and we're just going to start off. I'm going to play it through, and then we'll talk about all the elements and stuff in between. Yeah, if you hear some like audio going up and down, I don't know what's going on with it. It keeps going in like different audio levels. So I don't know what's up with that, but that's the drop right there. The first version of the track, which I'll let you have a listen to, so here is the original version of Strike. It's much longer than the first version, and the drop to that sounded like this. So yeah, just a lot of it was kind of boring, and it didn't have that full potential that House District Records want on their label. It's a really good label, guys. You should go ahead and support them on their new releases that they are going to be pumping out over the next couple of months. But yeah, this track basically went for the second stage, and it's a lot better now. There was a lot more like unique elements that I added to this track. So yeah, we'll start off with the kick as usual. The kick is made out of the three elements, and it's actually made the same way as I made the future kick, because you will hear that. And it's really punchy, and overall just really clicky as well. I don't know if I should go for the processing, because it's the same processing I do with my kick. I just boost the mids, high mids, and give it a little more click. This is the top kick. This is the kind of mid top kick, just to give it a little bit more attack. Just boosting a lot of the high mids, boosting a lot of the mids as well, just the kind of low mids, 500 region. Put a transient master to give the kick more attack, and then you got the punchy kick, which is the basically just same EQ as I showed in future. You will not recognize quite a lot of the same techniques, because this track I made straight after, I think. I made this track like a while back. So yeah, just boosting a lot of the lows, giving some more punch to the kick, and a little bit of the highs here. And also transient master, and I put the sustain up quite a bit to give it more punch in the low end. So yeah, so the kick can actually punch through and sound really clean as well. And the sub kicks are pretty self-explanatory. With this track, I don't know if I added a mid layer, but there is 3 layers to this kick, so I must have. So there's this layer, which is just I'm cutting away everything below 300. So around I think that's 300 or 500 or maybe 800. I don't even know. But I'm also adding a camel crusher as well. Boosting the compressor up, boosting the master to give the a lot of the high tonal mids. Just let that kick have a lot more body and feel unique. And just a side chain to side chain it as well, ensure that it doesn't interfere with the kick. Sounds like that. Turn the volume down just a little bit as well, because there was quite a lot of highs punching through with the leads and they want them to clash together. And then I have this kick right here, which is kind of weird because I've got two kicks that have got low end in them. But what I've did with this one is I've cut everything, cut the low end up to like 100, and then what I've did is I've cut a lot of the highs up to 1000. So that the kick has a lot more body as well in the low end, because it didn't feel as powerful if I play the kick. It didn't sound as powerful. It's basically adding another low end layer, but it's not actually clashing or getting distorted in any way. Just the same way, just put a sidechain on it, and yeah, that's the kick. And the final kick is basically just the sub, and I've just cut all the high end away, and I've not even boosted anything. I think I do that in the EQ and the master, and again sidechain. So yeah, that's basically the kick there. It's the same kind of layout as Future's kick, which is 3 layers for both the sub and tonal layers and the top kicks. So yeah, that's how I make my kicks there. Let me play it all together. So yeah, it just feels a lot punchier now, and yeah, let's get into the leads now, because there's a lot of them. So we've got this layer, a very gritty, distorted mono layer, which I recommend you do. Put a mono layer in, mix it well, and your tracks will have a lot more, your leads will have a lot more body. We've also got this layer. Husband layer, another mono lead. That's a really nice lead that I've used in a lot of my tracks. It has a lot of body to it, and it also has a really nice pitch bend effect. So yeah, that's that lead, and then we've got the harmonic kind of leads. Then we've got the reverb carry, which all together would sound like this. I'm going over the processing of the bus, and then I'll show one EQ, because the EQs are pretty much the same on each lead. It's just different depending on what kind of lead it is. So yeah, and on the bus I've got an EQ boosting a lot of the high mids, boosting some mids but not a lot, cutting away everything below 100, which you should really cut up to 100, but with this track I cut to like over that, so that's when the leads do sound a bit thin, but they still have quite a lot of power because of the kick. I've got a camel crusher, put the compressor in the middle, and the master and the filter. You don't even need the filter on. A Noveltech character to give the lead more character, more body. And what I've did is put the target to 50 and put the character to around, I think that's around about 30 or 40. Normally I would go to 50 just straight up, but with this I went to 40. So yeah. Free reverb, I'm doing a low cut of 1088 hertz and 5.0 milliseconds, and I put the reverb to 40%. and I've got an OTT as well, just compressing the leads together. So you can copy these settings if you want. It's just I throw an OTT on, and then I put the I think it's the depth to around 20%. I normally play around with it depending on what kind of leads I want to go for, but with this track it's 20%. I've also got a sidechain. I put the same preset on everything. I don't know if that's normal, but you can let me know. But I just put the same preset on. There's also an ozone imager which I don't have anymore, but I would have the width to around 15%. And just some automation for the filters and effects, which the effects is basically Effector and FL. You can use like a phaser plugin for this, but with Effector it gives you this nice this effect right here, which you do here. And I just use the fruity phaser now, because it's a lot simpler. Just use one automation and that's it. So you can really hear it, and you do hear it is kind of bleeding to the ear, so I had to EQ that well. I had to really cut a lot away any unnecessary frequencies, otherwise that would clash. But altogether the lead sounded full, so I'll play without. If I had the ozone imager, I would show you how wide the leads will get, but it's around about 40% I do it, so yeah. But for each individual lead, it's basically just a parametric EQ for each. I use FabFilter now for each one of my leads. It's a lot better, and I can do a lot more cutting away unnecessary frequencies that aren't needed in the track. So just cleans your mix up a lot. Just the same kind of EQing, kind of lazy EQing, but it works in the end. But yeah, that's the leads. I'll play it together with the kick as well. Okay, so let's get into the percussion and claps and everything. So I've got 3 layers of claps here. Don't know why, but I think it was because there was not enough body and you couldn't really hear them that well. So the first kind of layer I've got, I'll turn the sidechain off. Where is it? There's this clap right here, which is this one, and this one. Just to give the claps more body when the kick comes in, and also because I've got it sidechained to like make sure that the kick is still punching through the mix, but also having the clap still there. I don't know if a lot of people do that technique, but I do it quite a lot, just a sidechain. Because you can still hear it in the mix. And I've also got the toms, as always, to give some rhythm. Just the same kind of 2-2 kind of toms, whatever you want to call them. Also added this little nice drum loop that I found in the sample pack. Just has a lot of nice rhythm to it, and with those little like clash kind of things, it just really helps. The processing on the claps as well, I forgot to show, just an EQ, Camel Crusher, Fruity Reverb, OTT, Kickstart, FabFilter Pro Q2, and an ozone imager, but I don't have that anymore. So, and for the toms, I just EQ them, a Camel Crusher, and just a FabFilter, and that's pretty much it. And just some extra EQing on the rest, but I kind of just got lazy and never EQ'd the rest. But always EQ everything, make sure you don't have anything clashing with each other, just always double check your mix. But yeah, I've got the stabs now, which these are the ones I use quite a lot. I used these in the first version of the track, and I thought, why not I just reuse them, so they sound like this. The most standout stab is the mystery one, which is in the locker pack. And then there's this one. All just really giving each character to the stab. So we've got the kind of cashmere stab that's giving a lot of highs. There's also this one giving a lot of high mids, and there's this one giving a lot of the low kind of mids. So like, it covers everything. There's also I'm ready to turn mixer bus as well. It's this one, and I just cut away any low end up to like 100 because I like to keep the body in the stabs. Camel Crusher again, free reverb, OTT, and kickstart. So basically all together it sounds like this. I've also got glitches as well, that play throughout the whole track, just cashmere glitches. And the fills actually kind of interesting. I used the cashmere signature fills for this, so I used the Brazzer fill, pitched it down, and then I also used this one. And together both of them just worked really nice. Even with the fill, it matches with the rhythm, and then I added this in. It's a really smooth transition. The stabs are really glitches and everything are all in the background, so you can hear them on headphones, but on studio monitors you won't be able to hear them. So yeah, but there's also this fill as well. And this one I've used a lot, which I really love that fill. I like a lot of the fills I use. There's also this fill that's in the and then I think there's another one I use as well. There's this one. So yeah, if you want me to include them in like a sample pack, like the one I'm going to be bringing out very soon, then let me know. And if you want anything else in this project, like the presets, then do let me know. But let's move on to the effects as the last part, and there's a lot of effects, but it's just basically a lot of impact. Crashes throughout the whole track. The crashes do help the stabs as well. So if I play just the crashes and the stabs. It just helps give some more highs to the stabs and make them hit a lot harder. And we've also got this little impact here. It has some low end, but it's not interfering with the kick in any way. We've also got a Breathe cashmere exhaust. We've got a downlifter from the Vengeance pack, a Phantom downlifter, I think this is from a Kevu sample pack, and Seven Skies Long Rich Noise, which is from Cashmere pack. And they just give so much energy to the whole track, which is what we want in the drop. And for the risers, it's just a couple of risers that I found. I think I found these two in a pack that I think it was P3RP Perp gave to me. It was in one of our projects, but it was one of them risers. But there's also a G-Max riser in the key of G. I think I pitched it down. Yeah, I pitched it down a lot. A flanger, and this 7 Uplifter 7 from Twig, 16 bars. I use this in a lot of my tracks. And yeah, those are just the risers in the downlifters, and then we've also got some ambience effects and everything that do this. So you will hear quite a lot of these effects, but in the previous version of the track there was a lot of effects, so it was quite a lot, so I narrowed it down and I just removed any effects that I didn't need, and those were the main effects I stuck with. There's also this drop ambience as well. And there's also the drop hoover in the second drop. And then we go into like a different transition here. And I've also pitched the leads up in this part to give it something different, make the second drop a little bit more unique. So yeah, that's basically the whole both drops of Strike. I don't know if I missed anything, I don't know. The processing is just EQing the downlifters and effects and everything like that, so just simple stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you want to see anything else from the track that I missed out on, then do let me know, and I'll cover that in the next episode. The next episode I will be covering the breakdown, going through how I made that. So if you did go ahead and enjoy today's video, then be sure to go ahead and drop it a like, and make sure you do follow me on Instagram and subscribe on YouTube, so you don't miss out on any content like this. But as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care and peace out.